Hello. Hopefully this is working. I have never done this before. For the assignment poverty in Wyoming, does poverty exist in Wyoming? I would absolutely say yes. Um, I work with teenagers who are homeless, and I work with foster youth or teenagers who have been in the foster care system, as well as juvenile delinquents. And so I get to see poverty every day. Um, and I would say it absolutely exists in Wyoming. What does it look like? I would say, there's various forms from homelessness, which would be probably the more extreme, but even just to child hunger, which does also exist in Wyoming, and or parents, on fixed incomes. I've worked with a lot of youth even that became homeless because their parents are on social security disability, or something in their lives happened traumatically that caused that, and has now created a fixed income where they're not able to afford maybe what some of us others have that aren't in poverty. So um, for the question, is it growing, shrinking, or staying the same? I would say, particularly in the Sheridan area, I'm not sure as far as Wyoming, but I would say in Sheridan it is certainly growing, because we continue to grow. And I think that brings in more of a diverse culture and more people of a diverse population. And so we have definitely seen an increase. I've seen an increase in my homeless population with youth every year the last 3 years in a row. And we're continuing to track that and monitor that in our area. So I would say it's certainly growing. Um, the question, what resources are there for children in poverty where you live? So here in Sheridan, I know there's a lot of different resources. We have Compass for children, which is sort of like with the CASAs, but it also provides other information for parents and resources. There's DFS, who provides food stamps and power and different things. There's LEAP for utility assistance, which is across the state of Wyoming, which helps pay for utilities for people and sometimes helps make them more affordable. Of course, sometimes I don't know, when you've got people living in campers and stuff, I don't know that it would provide for that. But there's certainly resources. Otherwise, there's the Salvation Army, which helps in churches and stuff. We also have what's called the food group here in Sheridan, which is pretty awesome. We have some different old empty newspaper bins that are placed around the city of Sheridan, and those get filled with non-perishable grocery items that people can just go and grab a bag of food if they're hungry and they need. And I've seen a lot of people access that. We have it like at the library and the YMCA and outside the pediatric office, and that they also provide that in the schools for children, where children can um, it's supposed to be so that they aren't embarrassed. So it's privately given to them some food for every weekend, and the school helps watch that and offer that to all of the families. And that's not income based. It's just available to any families, and so that they could provide that. But obviously, that would be more towards poverty level people. And the food group just opened a building here in Sheridan as well to provide socks and other maybe hygiene items for children under the age of 18. It's particularly focused on children in school. So as far as, and I gotta hurry because I'm almost out of time. How will it affect you as a teacher? I'm not really going to be a teacher, but I think in the school area, it's important to know that, I mean, if you've got a hungry child, it's hard for them to focus on learning and working on other stuff. And we say that in my job all the time. You can't teach budgeting to somebody who's starving. And so it's important. It's important to kind of know how to handle those situations. So there's my 5 minutes. All right, bye.